Hi, it's me, Lindsay with EquipMeOT, here today to talk about gait belts. Gait belts, or as they're often referred to, transfer belts, are an extremely common piece of equipment used in almost every healthcare setting, from hospitals to rehab clinics to rehab hospitals and to the home setting, to help support somebody who needs a little bit of stability or strength and balance support when they're doing anything that involves moving. So that could be getting from bed to another position like a wheelchair or a recliner. It can mean simply sitting at the edge of the bed if they need some stability, or it's often used to stabilize somebody while they walk. This is a fall prevention device and it needs to be used appropriately to maximize its benefit. So in this video today, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to apply one of these appropriately and how to use it safely so that you can use it safely too. So there's a couple of different varieties of gait belts available on the market. Ones that you will traditionally see in most hospital and rehab settings. There's one that has a clip end, so you'll see it comes with just a standard clip. These are usually issued directly to an individual and will be their designated gait belt, as they don't adjust in size as easily. And then there's this type that has this tooth and receptacle style buckle, and this is commonly used if you're a rehab professional or a healthcare professional, because it can be adjusted for sizing very quickly and easily. This is my preferred style, and it is the type that you will often see issued out in the hospital setting. There are also some fancier versions on the market. I really like this Vive Medical brand one that has additional hooks and loops on it so that you have an easier place to grab and hold, kind of some alternative grab spots, as well as a wider belt so that it could displace the pressure that it's applied to the person who's wearing it a little bit more. So these tend to be a little more comfortable, but they're a little bit more pricey. And again, they use this tooth and receptacle style belt buckle. So this is another type. They have what are called transfer vests, which are wearable vest systems for individuals who need a different type of support for their mobility needs. It's really important to know that these are going to be used as mobility supports, not as a lifting tool. Gait belts are never used to lift somebody because they're not meant for that. Too much pressure applied in that small area that the gait belt covers can cause bruising, injury, skin tears, and a whole host of painful issues for the wearer as well as for the person providing assistance. So it's really important to know these are a stabilizing tool, not a lifting tool. There are other devices that are needed for those types of uses. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to apply one properly. It's really important to know how to use these tooth and receptacle style buckles. I'm going to show you how this one works. So the first thing you want to identify is the hinge portion and the tooth portion of the receptacle, and then you're going to find the unhinged side, okay? You're going to apply the end of the buckle, or the end of the belt, I should say, through the hinged side up underneath so that the actual fabric goes over the teeth, and then you're going to go back around to this side of the receptacle and you're going to go through the hole. Now, to tighten, all you have to do is pull the loop around so that you're going over the teeth still, and then pull the tail through. And I'm going to show what this looks like on a person in just a second. But it's very important to note that you're going up and over the teeth and back through, because now when we apply pressure to it, it's not going to move because the teeth are directly into the fabric. So it's really important that you've applied it in that manner. And the reason we like this is because it has continued adjustment potential. All you have to do is pull that loop out and adjust it at the tail, and you can continue to tighten or loosen it if you need to, depending on what your usage is. Okay, so now let's talk about how we would put this on a person and how you would hold on to it to provide the best safety. Okay, so now that I have somebody with me, I'm going to have them at the edge of the bed, which is often where we're going to be applying the gait belt because they need stability once they stand or try to walk. So I'm going to locate their kind of natural waist, and that's usually at or slightly below or even slightly above the belly button, whatever feels comfortable, but usually natural waist is the cue we give. So I'm going to apply this around the waist, just like this. I try to go with the non-buckle end around the body as to not whack them with this big metal buckle too much, because that can be kind of uncomfortable. All right, now let's find our hinged toothy bit here and make sure that is visible. The belt is going to go through that, just like I showed before, and then through this, and we can go ahead and tighten this down. We're not looking to go boa constrictor tight here. We're looking to go kind of comfortably tight so that they feel stable and you feel like you have a good spot to grab. Now we may have some extra tail here. I do recommend tucking that away so it's not smacking them in the leg when they're moving. Okay, so we can kind of center the belt buckle here so it's easy to grab. Now I've got I can go under or over or under, and usually we want to go behind the arm when we're having them stand up. So what I want to show you is when he stands up, we're going to have to adjust this buckle because his body's going to change from seated to standing, and therefore we're going to have to probably tighten this a little bit. So just be ready for that when the person stands up. So I'm going to have you go ahead and stand up for me. Perfect. And now we're a little too loose. So all I have to do now is loosen the tail up, pull through, and then tighten it back down, and then I can tighten it there. So that's what I like about this style, because with the clip style, I wouldn't be able to make that quick adjustment when he goes from sitting to standing. So now I can hold him securely at the side. I can hold him from behind, depending on what type of support he might need. If he's somebody who has some instability towards one side, perhaps hemiparesis or something like that, I can hold it on that side to kind of keep them supported. If they tend to be somebody who goes too quickly and I need to kind of keep them restrained in back so they're not running the risk of falling forward, I can hold from behind. There's a lot of different positional grab points, and that's why having a gait belt is so convenient and nice for supporting somebody who needs that when they walk. So I'm going to have him go ahead and sit back down for me. And we simply, once they're seated and in a secure position, we just go through the reverse process of removing the belt, just like that. And we're all set. So there you have it, the basics of a gait belt. I hope you got some good information from this video. I would love to hear your comments or questions down below. If you got some value, consider giving me a thumbs up. And as always, if you need more information on how to stay safe and independent in your home and community, consider subscribing to EquipMeOT. Thank you.